A very good morning to all of you. It's a great pleasure and privilege for me to extend a hearty welcome to all of you for this forenoon session. Let me introduce myself. I am Anju, Assistant Professor from the Department of Information Technology. I hope all are comfortable with this STTP, and today we have a knowledge enabling session on scientific artificial intelligence applications to international trade. We have a wonderful speaker for this session, Dr. Saravana Balaji. He is working as an assistant professor from the Department of Information Technology, College of Engineering and Computer Science, Lebanese French University, Erbil, Iraq. He is having 15 years of teaching and research experience. He has strong knowledge in cloud computing, computer networks, and semantic web. He has been acted as resource person for various workshop and faculty development program organized by various institutions. He completed his undergraduate and postgraduate engineering degree in computer science and engineering. He has earned his PhD degree from Anna University, Chennai, under the Faculty of Information and Communication Engineering. So far, he has published more than 30 research articles in various reputed Scopus indexed international journals and conferences. Without any further delay, on behalf of management of KCG College of Technology and Department of Information Technology, I welcome our speaker, Dr. Saravana Balaji, for this forenoon session. Welcome you, sir. Now the platform is for you.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me share my screen first. I think the screen is clear to you all. Yes.
Started sharing, sir.
Yeah, started share. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. It's visible to all.
Okay. Good morning to one and all gathered here for this STTP organized by KCG College of Technology, Chennai. And before getting into the title, I thank the management of KCG College of Technology as well as Department of Computer Science and Information Technology, head of the departments and faculty members for inviting me to this STTP. And I'm going to present the speech on scientific AI applications to international trade. So as you all know, nowadays the trade has been as a computing based one, and make the trade as an efficient one, the artificial intelligence as well as machine learning or big data applications are helping a lot. So in this perspective, we are going to see how the AI applications can help the trade an efficient one, and what are the various applications that are available for making the trade as a easy and complex free. Before getting into the things, let's show. I want to show you the contents of the presentation. I will start with a small introduction about what is trade as well as what is AI. Then I will get into the components of AI, which is a very simple 3 components of AI. Then the AI landscape, which is just a picture that so that you can know what are the various areas the AI is influencing. Then the types of artificial intelligence, which we already all well known, but just a recall of that. Then AI state of the art. Here the state of the art means what are the various applications as well as various domains where AI has proved its efficiency in the past. And then what is a small definition about what is economy and AI, how they are related with each other. Then how AI has impacted the economic growth. Then followed by how AI is helping companies expand globally. As you all know, nowadays the trade is not a small region based, state based or country based, it is a global based one. So how AI can help the companies to expand globally. Then how will the AI impact the global expansion of in the near future, and what are the 6 ways the artificial intelligence is transforming today's trade. And then finally we will see what are the various examples of artificial intelligence in business applications used by various companies under various domains. Finally, a small case study which is presented by Accenture, how artificial intelligence can drive diversification in the Middle East. As I'm from the Middle East, I'm always looking for the opportunities available for the businesses here. So that is the last one, how the artificial intelligence can drive diversification in the Middle East. So let me get into the presentation. As you all know, global trade is the key foundation of the international economy. Even though we are talking about self-sustainability and other kind of things in country-wise, but today the well-being of a human is based on the global trade only, because nowadays the materials as well as the products and everything is transforming or exporting from and importing from each and every other country. So the global trade is the key foundation for the international economy, and that has traditionally involved time consuming process. As you all know, every country is having different rules and regulations, so it will normally take much time for transferring goods from one end to another end. As you all know, some months back, the price of the oil has become a negative value. Why? Because due to this lockdown and other process, the storage ships which are all having the oils which are needed to be imported at various countries are simply stay put at the ports, and the owners are need to pay the maintenance costs as well as the rent for that particular ships, which made the economy of oil become a negative value. So as I told you, it takes a time consuming process for transferring goods or products from different countries, and still majority of the transactions are paper based, because different countries are using different formats as well as different languages. So this process involves significant level of manual processing. For example, most of the transactions happen from China or some other countries like Philippines or Vietnam are based on their local language only mostly, as well as in European Union also they are using their local language mostly. So it takes a time for understanding the documents as well as processing and approving the documents which are generally in other language. So still the transactions are paper based and need manual work. So these paper based transactions are very difficult to identify the patterns in the transactions. As I told you, as different languages are involved, even the transaction is a regular one, every time it has to be checked for its correctness and truthness of the transaction value. So it is very difficult for learning the patterns from the transaction or learning from the past experience. So, and along with these things, as countries are imposing more regulations, it is very necessary to root out the fraud, money laundering, terrorism, etc. These transactions are become more and more complex every day and time insensitive. Here, time insensitive means the transactions are not happened immediately, and this transaction process never bother about the time for completion. So that is the term called as time insensitive. So in this case, if you are going to use AI and machine learning as well as other technologies in this international trade or global trade, it will eliminate the time insensitive manual process. Why? Because it can capture the data and it can provide valuable insights and deliver a clear view of risk activity. As you know, the transactions happened in different languages can be easily understandable by the AI of today. So it can easily identify the risk in a particular transaction. And along with that, the AI is also become a critical tool to better understand the trade business through application of enhanced analytics. As you all know, data analytics is today the most creamy technology which is overlooked by every other company in the internet. So this AI can also become a critical tool for understanding the trade businesses. So the objective of utilizing AI for international trade are of three things. The first one is making the process a real-time one, so that you can address a complex nature of the particular trade, as well as you can understand the regulatory expectations different from each country, while not impacting the time for completion of the trade, so that the client's expectations can be easily met. So that is the first objective of using AI in trade, by making the transactions as a real-time one. Then, unlike the people-based transactions, this AI transactions can learn the things very easily as well as immediately, so that the processing efficiency of that particular application is consistent. So that is the second objective of AI. And the last one is, this kind of AI applications will potentially allow the trade experts to focus on other things, not only on the transactions, and they can have more time to understand the sophisticated need of the particular organization, and they can have look for the newer opportunities for international trade. As you know, nowadays the higher management is looking for newer opportunities across various countries. So these AI based solutions allow them to focus on that alone. Why? Because this AI can, or this AI based applications can easily alleviate the risk as well as malpractices in the international trade, as well as it can ensure that it follows the regulatory requirements of each country under the particular transaction. So these are the three objectives of using AI for trade. So this is a small introduction about the global trade and using AI on global trade. So here you can see the pictorial representation of trade digitization, which is actually proposed by the Citigroup. So here you can see the very first process is starting from optical character recognition, which we already all of us know it very well, which is used for extracting data from the paper-based transactions. And then this will make the process a complete automated one by using the AI. That is the second step. This AI will make the paper-based transaction as an automated one. So the automation can be applied successfully here. Then after the automation of all the process, you need to optimize the process, because as you know, nowadays the problems are soft computing based problems. There is no any concrete solution. You can develop the optimized solution for every problem. So in this international trade, we will have newer problems every now and then, and this deep learning and machine learning based applications can optimize this process. And finally, these three steps will help the higher management to utilize the predictive analytics based on big data for making the real-time decision. So these are the steps how the paper-based international trade can become a automated one as well as optimized one. So the benefit of making the digitization of international trade are, it will bridge the gap between the paper and digital documents. Then it helps the manual process and it reduces the turnaround time for risk mitigation. It also helps in accelerating the success of identifying the frauds, as the system gains experience from past transactions it can easily identify the fraud in the transactions. And finally, based on the data patterns happened in the past, it can easily recognize the business patterns, and it can help the companies to make more strategic decisions. So these are the steps and benefits of making a trade a digitized one. So before getting into the AI based applications, here we will see what is meant by artificial intelligence. Even though AI is not defined clearly by any authorized organization, you can tell that a computing system is an AI based one if it can answer the queries like a human. That means it has to understand the query which is given in natural language, as well as it should understand the data submitted by the person, and it should be capable of making decisions that normally requires human level of intelligence. So that is the definition for AI. A system is AI based one if it responds to query in a way humans would generally respond, and if it's capable of making decisions that require a human level of intelligence. As you all know, the father of AI is widely considered as Alan Turing, who is a British computer scientist, and his ideology has become the famous test called as Turing test, or otherwise we all know what is a CAPTCHA. We all know what is a CAPTCHA, which is used by applications as well as the websites to decide whether the person or whether the particular operation is initiated by a human or a bot. That CAPTCHA is based on this Turing test only. So this Turing test defined as it is a test that computer could pass only if it responses to questions were indistinguishable from human responses. So that is what the definition for Turing test. And this Turing test is the base of CAPTCHA, which is nowadays used by most of the applications as well as websites. So if you think of AI based applications, the AI based application should have three components, which are intentionality, intelligence, and adaptability. The first one, intentionality, is the system must make decisions rather than it is a programmed based pre-decided responses. That means, as you all know, we can develop a program for making the next move based on the certain conditions, which will never change. But if you're developing an AI application, the system must make decisions by itself, and these decisions should take multiple factors into consideration so that that decision is not a predetermined one. So that is the first one, intentionality. The second one is intelligence. The intelligence of that AI to make that decision comes from interaction with machine learning programming as well as data analytics programming. You know, nowadays the machine learning programs are the base for every modern computing paradigms. So this machine learning and data analytics are giving the power or the methodology for taking the decision by the AI based applications. So that is the second component of AI, intelligence. The third component is adaptability. Here adaptability means the AI should take the new data. It should be capable of understanding the new data, and it should be able to make decisions based on the the new data that submitted to the system, as well as it should able to interpret the outcome of that particular decision. So that is what called as adaptability. Because as you know, nowadays the problems are arising from each and every corner of the trade. So this adaptability must be the most important component of AI, so that it can take up the new data and learn itself. So these are the three components of AI: intentionality, intelligence, and adaptability. So the next one is AI landscape. Here you can see how the AI is utilized and what are the various domains this AI can be applicable. So here it is divided into two base classes. The first one is interfacing with people and the world. It is like taking up the data from the people directly, and the back end is the second one is knowledge representation and reasoning. Actually, this knowledge representation and reasoning is the most important one, which is undertook or taken care by the AI experts in a mathematical way, so that the data which are presented in natural language, that is the important one. The data which are presented in natural language must be understandable by the system, so that it can develop the ontologies for the particular domain. Here you can see that the ontologies is the backbone of the entire AI based process. If you are using the NLP based applications, because you know the people as well as the various front end applications are submitting the data in natural language, you have to develop the knowledge base. The knowledge base is basically called as ontologies. So these ontologies will provide the knowledge representation for the particular domain, and based on that knowledge base you can develop your rules and logics, so that the system can decide for a particular solution. And for this purpose, the processing elements are generally used are neural networks. As you all know, deep neural networks are the backbone of or the processing elements of AI based systems. And based on the ontologies and rules and logics, you can develop the system as generative planning one or a reactive planning one. And finally, as I told you, you have to optimize your solutions. As there is no concrete solution for any problem, you have to develop an AI system which can provide the optimized solutions. So this is the back-end processing element of your AI based system, where in this left side you can see all the applications which are able to capture the data. So as we previously seen, this OCR can capture the data from the trade documents, and it can supply it to the backend, so that the ontology for that particular trade has been developed and new decisions are made at the real time. So this is how the AI is utilizing various techniques for providing a complete solution for particular trade organization. So this is what the AI landscape. So the now next one is types of artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence can be divided into many domain specific applications, where the first one, which we all know, machine learning, which is able to learn the particular domain as well as current scenario so that it can provide the solutions, as well as this AI can be provided for developed based on natural language processing systems, expert systems, speech based one, vision based one, planning, robotics. So these are the various AI based application types, and all you know, these all applications are generally used for developing a AI based application for an trade organization, because you know the trade organizations need to utilize more documents based on various languages. So you have to develop the natural language processing based system in one end, and from time to time the rules and regulations are changing. So you need to make the system to learn the regulatory needs of the particular region or country. So there the machine learning can be utilized, and not only the text but the speech based as well as vision based applications are also in need for capturing the data. Then the expert system is a system which can provide the recommendations according to the current scenario. So as you know, see here, all of the subdomains of artificial intelligence are utilized for making the international trade a complex free one. So before getting into the trade based AI applications, here we can see what are the state of the art applications where the efficiency of AI system is proved. You all know the very basic AI application which everybody knows is the chess one, where the very first chess machine called as Deep Blue, which is defeated the world champion by the year 1997. Then the AI system also proved a mathematical conjecture which is unsolved for multiple decades of years. Then an autonomous vehicle which drive by itself from Pittsburgh to San Diego, which is also proves its efficiency of AI based systems or AI based vehicles. And during the 1991 Gulf War, the US forces uses AI logistic planning, which involved up to 50,000 vehicles, cargo and people, so that the multiple countries in between the US to Gulf is crossed without any issues. Then the NASA is also using a AI based system for its space researches, which is called as onboard autonomous planning program, which is mainly used to control the scheduling of operations of a spacecraft. The another simple one is Proverb, which is solving the crossword puzzles better than most of the humans, as it can gather information about multiple English words better than any human. And the last which application which is made a best vehicle in DARPA challenge, you all know the DARPA Defense and Research Analysis, which made it 7 miles into the desert where the humans cannot reach easily. So these are the various state of the art AI applications in the past by the year up to 2005, which proves the efficiency of the AI based applications. Now let's get into the most important thing, which is economy and AI. Multiple organizations are doing research on impact of AI on trade as well as economy, where the McKinsey Global Institute, which is a most important organization, and its research studies are utilized by many business organizations, which analyzed the economic data from the UN, World Bank, and World Economic Forum, and reported that by 2030, that means from 10 years from today, the AI has potential to add 16% or $13 trillion to the global economy. Even we are seeing the downgrade of economy today. The McKinsey has proposed that the AI has the potential to increase the global economy, as well as it can boost the global gross domestic product. We all know well the GDP by up to 26% from the current state, and by the year 2030, at least 70% of the companies of today are likely to adapt at least one form of AI technology. Here, one form of AI technology means, as in the previous slide, we have seen multiple areas where AI can be applied, like computer vision, advanced machine learning, natural language processing, robotic process automation, or virtual assistants. In these areas, the AI can be applied to develop multiple applications, and by the year 2030, multiple companies or 70% of the today's companies would have adapted the AI based applications. And now in these different areas of applications, the natural language processing based applications are gaining more and more importance, as you all know, because people want to communicate in their own mother tongue, which is easier for them to express their requirement as well as thought. So these NLP based systems are gaining more and more importance based on AI based applications, and it will lead the major role in the future AI based applications by the year 2030. So this is what the relation between economy and AI in the near future. Like $13 trillion of economy is boosted by using the AI in the near future. Now the next title is how AI has impacted economic growth. This AI can make the productivity as an increased one, as well as it will help you for increasing the trade opportunities. Why? Because as the AI is capable of understanding the current scenario as well as various compliance requirements by the countries, it can make the productivity as an efficient one. That means it can monitor the productivity of the organization continuously, and it can give insight about the issues that are currently in the system as well as in the near future. So this will help the organizations to eliminate those issues as well as predicting the future, help them to increasing the productivity and trade opportunities. The second area where AI has its impact is better management of complex production units. As the production units are dealing with various resources at the same time, this AI based system can act as a centralized management system, which will reduce the more human need for managing the production units, and it will make the businesses to handle the complex production units in a better way. So that is the second area where AI has its impact. Then the expansion of digital platform. As you all know, the trading happened through digital platform is possible because of the AI technology. And as a case study, you can check there the eBay online auction site, which is running 97% of the small businesses in US uses AI to automate its operations. Nearly 30% of the revenue of eBay is increased due to the utilization AI for automating its process. So that is the interesting case study which is released by eBay, which helps increasing its revenue by 30% through AI. The next one is easy expansion. So these are the various areas where AI has its impact. Now we will see how AI is helping the companies expand globally. As I already told you, nowadays the business is not a region based or a country based one, it is a global based one. So this global trade is possible by expansion using the digital platforms. As I already told you in the first point, you can see there in US alone, 97% of the small businesses are active on eBay, which uses the artificial intelligence, export some of their products to multiple regions or multiple countries. So the expansion of that small businesses is possible through this AI based platforms only. The second one is the accurate translation services, where, as I already told you, the NLP based systems are very much in need for today's international trade. This artificial intelligence system provides instantaneous, accurate translation services that helps to improve the dialogue between the parties of two different countries, and it can also decrease the miscommunications happen. And this NLP based system make the international cooperation much more streamlined and effective. That means there is no need for human process for translating the data from one language to another language. The AI system can do it by itself. The last one is improving trade negotiations, where you all know, as a computing people, we all know what is an SLA, the service level agreements, which is the agreement between the provider and the client. Similarly, for international trade, there is a need for trade agreements, which involves multiple trade negotiations, So in this case, the AI can be used to analyze the economic path of the negotiating patterns, and it can predict what are the various variables which will affect the trade in near future, as well as it can predict the responses from countries that are not part of the negotiations. So you know, for example, now the issue is happening between US and China due to the trade only, which is we call it as a simple trade war. So these kind of things are easily predictable by the AI based machines, and this AI based trade negotiation is successfully implemented in Brazil, which developed a intelligent technology plus trade initiative that emphasize the including of AI as a component of trade negotiations. So the Brazil is taking up this initiative very successfully in the global scenario. The next one is the supply chain management. This is the most important one for any trade organization. And why? Because if at any one place of the productivity process as well as the supply chain, the entire or trade of the particular organization will get affected. So this AI based applications can help the supply chain management in an efficient way. These applications can detect the patterns and the trends. That means if there is a increased request for a particular product, the AI based applications can easily predict it and it can increase the productivity of that particular product, as well as if there is a decrease in demand in the near future, it can also decrease the productivity of the particular product. So this will help the companies to reduce the labor as well as wastage. So this is how AI can help the supply chain management. Then the next one is automating routine tasks. So if the companies are expanding from one country to another country, they are really need to focus on the higher level of decisions instead of making their efforts get into waste in lower level productivity issues. So in this case, the AI can easily take care of that regular routine happened in a problemless way by automating it, as well as it can deal with the bureaucratic matters of the organizations, which will affect the productivity very easily. The next one is increase efficiency and accuracy. Here, as the AI is able to capture the data now and then and can provide the solutions as well as predicting the future, this make the companies more efficient and accurate, and this continuously running system will make the system an error-free one, or the productivity of the company an error-free one, so that the organization's efficiency is increased at multiple levels, as well as the accuracy of the output is maintained consistently. So these are the various ways how AI can help the companies to expand globally. Now we are going to see how this AI can impact the global expansion in the near future. The very first one is, as we know, predicting is the base idea behind this AI or machine learning or data analytics. So the first point is improving predictions of future trends. So as companies are looking for near future trends so that they can make the decisions according to that, the AI applications can respond to that requirement, and it can accurately forecasting the trends by using the predictive analytics or predictive modeling, which could be used by the companies for making their decisions. The next one is increased smart manufacturing, where smart manufacturing means, here you all know, today people are talking about the edge computing or IoT based systems which are applied on various domains, especially in healthcare as well as automation process. This smart manufacturing is happened using those sensors of IoT as well as cyber systems and physical machines. The interconnectivity between these appliances are possible through AI, and it can allow for constant manufacturing capability of the particular organization, as the processing efficiency of the machines as well as the surrounding environment are continuously monitored by the IoT based systems. The AI can take up the decisions from time to time, which makes the manufacturing process an efficient one. And the last one is increased ability to parse evidence and make conclusions. As I already told you, the NLP based systems can take up the data as well as new data from time to time, and it can easily interpret the huge volume of data, and it can easily make the decisions on that particular scenario based on the data that is generated. The next one is increased automation of tasks. Here you can see the example. It's actually nowadays we are seeing, you can see if you are submitting your CV, it is normally processed by the humans in the past, but nowadays more CV processing systems are in use, which will filter the CVs submitted by the various applicants by using the key terms of the requirements of that particular job defined by the company, and it can easily filter out and find out the possible recruits of that particular post using the AI technologies. So this is what called as automation of task in HR. So this is a simple example. This same scenario can be applied under multiple fields of or multiple sections of a particular company. So the increased automation of tasks. And the next one is more reliable autonomous vehicles. This you all know, which we know the autonomous vehicle company which is called as Tesla, which is going to open its plant as well as service in India soon, which they declared last week. So these autonomous vehicles or self-driving cars are having multiple sensors, and they are making the decisions according to the real-time data submitted through that sensors only. The great example we are seeing is the cars manufactured by Tesla. And if you want to know what are the drawbacks of these autonomous vehicles, you can check various news agencies as well as YouTube for failures of Tesla cars, where it is an interesting fact. You can see there the Tesla cars cannot differentiate between a completely white color container and the bright sunlight, where an accident happens in US. So this you can see there, it's a really interesting test case, failure of Tesla. Then the next one is increased accuracy and efficiency. As we all already know that in the near future, more sophisticated systems will lead to improved, almost human-like performance, which will result in reduction of errors as well as it will save billions of dollars of money in this kind of process in the near future. The next point is increased focus on business innovations. As AI become more sophisticated, it will able to take up more administrative roles within a company. As we have seen a small example there, where the HR operations are now completely automated. So the administrative roles can be easily taken up by the AI in the near future. For example, for deciding the performance of a particular employee under various factors, it is not necessary to be a human based work. The AI based systems can be easily helping the management for deciding the performance of a particular person in the company, and a minimum human intervention is needed to finalize the solution. This is what actually happened in large corporates nowadays, where the particular performance of a person is monitored regularly by these autonomous AI based applications. And the final thing where AI helps mostly is cost effectiveness. As you know, once you want to make your system or make your organization an automated organization, you have to spend some money in the initial stage only, but that will make the company to earn or reducing the revenue loss in various scenarios, and it will make the operating cost of the companies to decrease now and then, and it will help them to increase the profit. At the same time, if you are thinking of the analytical role, this AI system can make the very few humans to take up the decisions, and it can make the routine task as an automatic one. So these are the various areas where the AI can have impact on the global expansion. So far we have seen how the AI can help the business expand globally, as well as the impact of AI in the near future. Now, this is a simple portrait of today's AI adaptability under businesses. You can see there 300% of increase in investment in AI methodology alone in this 2020, and 57% of the businesses expecting the AI will help their improving customer relationship, and 20% of the retailers are using AI to personalize and making the awareness of a particular brand through the purchase made by the customer. And 20% of workers will use automated assistant technologies to make decisions. And 80% of the executives are saying that AI boosts their productivity and create new positions. And this scenario, you can see a real-time example that now we are having multiple app-based credit providing companies which are taking up your data, and the decisions are made automatically so that you will be given with a loan immediately. Actually, there are positive things and negative things are happened on that particular kind of apps, but anyhow, these are real example of how AI is making the process very efficient as well as time sensitive. Now we are going to see how the artificial intelligence can in transforming the trade. There are 6 ways where the AI can transform the trade. The first one is, as computers are able to gather the data and learn from it, this will make the systems to predict the future accurately, as well as it can make up the correct decisions in a very less time. Then, as technology is improving now and then, the businesses are using the AI to increase the productivity as well as improving the operational efficiency. The next one is, as we have already previously seen in this presentation, the AI has the potential to double the economic growth within next 20 years. That means by the year 2030 or 2040, where it increased the productivity by 40% also. So the first way the AI can transform the trade is, it can enable more proactive supply chains. As we have seen previously, this supply chain management is mainly supported by the AI based applications, which regularly gather the data about the current scenario, and it can make the supply chain as a proactive one, which is able to elevate the impact of inevitable disruptions in the process. The second one is enhancing the time-saving compliance software. As we all know, if you want to do an international business, you have to take care of the rules and regulations of various countries. So these applications can help companies to take care of that different regulations by different organizations, different countries, and it can reduce the amount for making the process compliance with the regulations. So that is the second way AI can improve the trade, enhancing time-saving compliance software. Then creating smarter contracts. As I already told you, the trade is based on multiple negotiations. So the artificial intelligence based systems can have multiple sub-applications which can able to read and understood the documents, and it easily legalize the process, which helps the business to run efficiently within the scenario defined by the contract. The fourth one is increasing access to trade financing. Where due to this digital platform, it is easy for the finance lending companies to take up the decisions, and it can make the businesses to acquire the fund as well as making the fund to release very easily without facing any legal issues. So that is the fourth one, increasing access to trade financing. Then managing relationship. The fifth one is managing relationship. As you know, as companies are needed to, organizations are needed to deal with the clients as well as the users, this AI based technology can help the companies making this process an efficient one. This we are seeing every now and then, where when you are visiting a bank website or any other finance based website, we are often met with the chatbots, which helps you for submitting the data as well as getting the recommendation from that particular website. So this is what an example of managing the relationships. Then predicting the demand. Here, as there is no AI based systems in the past, the companies are nearly lost about 470 to 630 billion due to the oversupply or lack of inventory. But as AI based systems are able to predict the future efficiently, it helped the companies in reducing this cost. And nowadays the major e-commerce platforms are utilizing the AI based solutions for predicting the demand for up to 18 months, so that this will make them stack up the products from time to time. And these AI based solutions are also helping the logistic companies to predict what are the possible situations which may arise while delivering a particular product, so that they can reduce the cost on transporting the products from one end to another end. So these are the 6 ways how the artificial intelligence can transforming the international trade. Here you can see by the year 2017 there was a small survey happened why companies are adopting the AI. You can see that 84% of the companies are accepting that AI will help them to obtain or sustain a competitive advantage in the field. As well as you can see it helps them to make the new business, and it can also help them to run the organization most effectively. So these are the various reasons where you can see why companies are adopting the AI. And this survey was happened by the year 2017. But now in these 3 years, a lot of improvements has happened. Now, so far we have discussed various points of how the companies or the AI can help the businesses. Now we are going to see various the real-time applications of based on AI used by various companies. Few of the companies are like SAP, Siemens, GE and other companies which are using the AI applications, as well as they are providing their AI application services to other people and organizations for utilization. We are going to see one by one, like 10 applications we are going to see. The very first one is the SAP service called as HANA, which is a cloud platform which helps the organizations to help the data collection process, as well as it can help at production plants, as well as various other types of data collecting resources, which will make it as a structured data, and it will help the organization to understand the customer, as well as it helps them to understand the customer problems. This HANA is used by Walmart. You all know Walmart, which is the biggest supermarket chain in US, as well as one among the biggest in the world, which is using this HANA platform, and it can process its high volume transactions that happens in just 10 seconds. So this is how the SAP is helping in providing the AI solutions. The next one is Avana Analytics and AI Services, which developed the deep analytics platform for insurance companies especially. This normally the insurance companies' primary aim is to understand the policy and customer data to enhance the company's growth by satisfying the customer needs from time to time. So by using this analytics and AI services of Avana, the firm can easily understand the policyholders' interest, the current trends as well as behavior, and the companies can provide the advice about the existing and new products to the customers. One of the insurance firm which uses this service raised their revenue by 33% by using the AI services of Avanade. So this is one of the example. The next one is Siemens MindSphere. So this MindSphere technology is helpful for organizations to monitor and validate how their industry machinery is working. The main aim of this MindSphere is to offer monitoring machine defects for service requirements and to schedule the anticipatory maintenance and manage the equipment efficiently. So if you want to decide to, or if you decided to use this MindSphere, the Siemens will provide a box which has the necessary equipments, and you have to attach it with the machines where it will collect the informations regularly about that particular machine, and it can provide the current status of the machine so that the organization's engineer can take action. So by using this Siemens MindSphere, multiple industrial plants are seeing the reduction in the maintenance cost. The next one is GE Predix, where the Predix is the operating system kind of solution provided by GE, which helps the companies or organizations to know the historical performance data, and it can use to identify different types of operational outcomes. This is mainly used in two industries nowadays. One is oil and gas industry and aircraft industry. In oil and gas industry, this system can gather the information about the pipelines and external sources for the safety and proper use of the resources. As you know, the oil pipelines are running billions of kilometers in the world. It is very hard to monitor the status of that pipelines by the humans, but this Predix helps the organizations for monitoring the pipeline status. And this Predict is developed into a new application called as aircraft landing gear, which helps the airline industry to check for the running capability of the plane, so that the engineers can easily decide when the particular plane should be get into service. And this application also helps to schedule a maintenance plan, and it reduces the unexpected or unplanned equipment issues and flight delays. So these are some higher level industry oriented AI based applications. Now we are going to see some of the applications which are directly involved with the users. The first one is Betterment, which is mainly used for financial technologies, and it helps in investment business. How it uses the AI is, it is an automated financial investing platform which learn about a particular investor, and it can provide a personalized profile, and it can uses its AI algorithm to automate the tax lot harvesting, trading and transaction, portfolio management, etc. for user to user case. And this Betterment organization has $10 billion worth of assets under its management, and as of 2020 itself, it was serving like 250,000 customers. The next one is AlphaSense, which is a AI based financial search engine, which helps the people to provide their queries in NLP, in natural language, and it uses a combination of linguistic and NLP processing. It also processes across 35,000 financial institutions so that it can provide the recommendation to the particular user according to the query. So this AI based NLP based system help the common people to find a better investment portfolio for them to take up the decisions. This alpha sense are utilized by 800 financial firms nowadays, which is where some Fortune 500 companies also using it. Then this is the most interesting one. As you all know about the Gaggle, which is a gaming platform or the learning platform for data analytics. This is a different kind of same data analytics platform, which is mainly used for fund generation, where the financial experts are playing the competition in this particular Numerai platform, and they will give the prediction models for the near future, and whoever give the most efficient predictive models, the company will give some reward in the form of cryptocurrencies. Reward in the form of cryptocurrencies, which is also called as Numerai. And what they are using based on these models is, by combining all the most efficient models submitted by the financial experts, they will create a meta model so that they can reduce the risk in the financial market, or otherwise we can call it as a stock market, and they can revenue, or they can generate the higher revenue. So this is kind of an intelligent game where they are giving cryptocurrencies for getting the predictive models, and they generate their own model for making the investment a most successful one. As of now, this industry is never give up the original revenue made by this meta model, but so far it has given $15 million worth of cryptocurrencies to its players who give the perfect solution in the competitions. So who are all interested in stockbroker or stock management based AI systems can visit this website numer.ai, and you can see multiple competitions are going on depending upon the multiple stock markets. The next one is Twiggle, where this is an search engine, not like an Google one, but this is mainly used by the e-commerce sites, where this search engine uses NLP based technologies to boost the search relevance and product awareness for businesses. So this Twiggle is using the human-like deep learning and understanding of a particular domain, which helps the customers to find exactly what they need. For example, nowadays, if you are typing something in Amazon or any other Flipkart or any other e-commerce site, you will get most unrelated products also. But if that particular customer is using this search engine incorporated in their process, then this can provide the most accurate recommendations to the user queries, as it understands the query based on NLP process. By using this Twiggle, the companies which used this Twiggle shows that it increases its possibility of add to cart by the customers by 9%, and the time for a turnaround time in the particular website is increased by 12%. So this is what the Twiddle is doing, NLP for e-commerce search. It is not directly available for every user like Google, but it can be incorporated into the e-commerce platform by the e-commerce providers. The next one is AmpleRow, which is for managing the customer relationships. And how it is using AA is, it developed a AA powered marketing tools for multiple industries, including finance, retail, telecommunication, gaming, etc. This application algorithm can detect patterns in data to build dynamic audience profiles. Then these audience profiles can be used by the marketers to run multiple experiments over that particular customer profiles. This application is majorly used by multiple companies like Microsoft, TaxAct, Sprint, etc. This is also a marketing application which is based on AI, which is called as Drift, which uses the chatbot, machine learning and NLP process, which helps the businesses for making the meetings, assisting customers, etc. in an efficient way. This technology is aiming at making the marketing task an easier one, which automates the marketing process like emails and updating the contact information regularly through AI-based solutions. And this Drift is currently used by more than 100,000 business. So these are the various applications which are used by AI-based applications, which are used by bigger corporates like SAP, GE or Siemens for their productivity as well as for their clients, and some other AI-based applications which can be utilized by the regular normal users directly. Now we are going to see a proposal by the Accenture, which makes this proposal called as how artificial intelligence can drive diversification in the Middle East. As you all know, the Middle East is having very less resources when compared with other part of the world, and they are running only based on the revenue depend upon the oil. But as the world is moving towards green environment, oil usage is getting reduced day by day. So the Middle East governments are now looking for various alternative solutions, and at this taking into account, the Accenture has proposed this to the Middle East organization, which is normally called as MENA, Middle East and North Africa countries organization, for improving their livelihood. There are 7 points proposed by the Accenture which helps the Middle East in near future. The first point is as I already told you, the oil prices are now getting down year by year. For example, the oil prices are down by 38% since 2014. So this AI and machine learning based applications can analyze the supply of oil and can predict what will be the future need and how the production can be decreased or increased from time to time. So that is the first area where AI can be used for improvement of Middle East countries. The second one is climate change. And as you all know, the Middle East is very hot area in the world, where nowadays the hot days are increased. Number of hot days are increased from 1970 to the double the rate. So by the end of this century, the temperature can easily reach 50 degrees Celsius for a long time period. Nowadays, the maximum temperature is here. Very rarely it will reach 50, but normally 45 degrees. But by the end of this century, it can reach to 50 as a normal one. So the AI can help to eliminate the need for coal-fired power plants, and it can reduce the emissions. So if the emission is reduced by 1%, which is equivalent to removal of 1,000 cars from the road, so the climate change can be avoided for a particular period of time. Then water scarcity. As you know, these MENA countries are having 5% of the world population, but it is having only 1% of the drinkable water in the world. So the AI and machine learning can help the countries to analyze the soil type, topography and weather records, so that it can identify the failure risk in water pipelines. As water are supplied through majority through pipelines from any one source, it is necessary to monitor the water pipelines. The next one is rapid urbanization, where it is predicted that UAE population is expected to grow by 14 million by 2050. So this AI can manage the traffic flows in real time, and it can provide a feasible solution for avoiding the congestion in the road for these Middle East countries very effectively. And the next one is high youth unemployment. As I already told you, these Middle East countries are majorly depending upon the oil-based revenue. This AI-based solutions can help the university students on advice on training and career development, and help them successfully transition into the working world apart from this oil industry. The next point is food insecurity. As there is no or very less farming happened in Middle East countries, the food is imported from other regions of the world. So in this case, the machine learning can be used with the satellite imagery. So analyze the soil type, and it can recommend what type of crops can be grown here, and what are the fertilizers and other resources needed, so that the farming can be improved in that particular region. For example, the UAE is around 70% higher than the other regions of the world which import the food. The last point on the proposal by this messenger is deteriorating health, where this obesity and diabetes is a biggest problem for today's younger generation. In this case, the artificial intelligence can help to uncover the pattern of how blood glucose levels are changes in response to the diabetic injection as well as lifestyle of the people, so that it can provide the recommendation for those people for maintaining their health regularly. So these are the 7 areas which is in which where AI can be utilized in near future for improving the society as well as the economic growth of the Middle East and North African countries, which is proposed by the Accenture for the Middle East and North African countries organization last year, and it is now under process. Hope this will make up the or enable the countries to open new businesses in near future to improve the the economy of this region in particular. So with this, I'm closing my presentation today, and I thank once again the management as well as the Department of Information Technology and Computer Science for providing me this opportunity to deliver this lecture or speech on different type of AI applications used by the organizations as well as the general user for their improvement in international trade. So I'm finishing my session. Thank you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful session in the AI in the international trade. In the various business application, we are recently in the real-time application. We shown that a lot of research idea for our participant. Any question from participant side? Any questions? Any questions from participant side? Sir, any real-time project in India? What are the companies involved in India in AI and blockchain?
Actually, this AI and blockchain, as I already told you, the multiple companies, smaller level companies are using this AI for financial technologies right now. As you know, multiple fintech companies are using the AI for giving the loan statement as well as predicting whether the customer is eligible for loan or not based on the data given by them in the real time. So smaller companies are providing this AI solutions to the users directly, but the bigger companies like TCS or CTS, they are developing their AI based solutions in healthcare mainly, and they are not directly accessible for the customers, but it is used by multiple other industries directly. As I have shown you the example, the Siemens and the GE AI applications which are not directly used but used by the multiple industries. As of now, the users can use or see the usage of AI directly in the financial applications only.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support for our SCTP. Once again, thanks to our participant for getting a great learning experience in the field of AI. I have shared feedback link in your chat box. All the participants ensure that to register your feedback. Thank you, sir. Once again, thanks to all for our SCTP. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. We have closed the session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.